4? 4. Today's the AA 7th. All right. Logarithms. What is a logarithm?
Button on your calculator. Logarithmic. Button on your calculator.
I said it over and over now too. Logs are.
Button on your calculator. I don't pay attention to the class.
Logs are. Yeah, who said it? Alex. Let me get you.
That's right. Get him a sticker. Like 5 or 6 people pieces of candy. Logan, Laney. I said one right the other day. Yeah, he did. The same day Laney earned hers. You know Kaylin like 15 pieces of gum? Did I give? You never gave Noah his from like 5 months ago. What? They're like 6 of those candy. I really did say something like that. I really don't remember what I said that. Just say you got it. I just have one. I didn't get anything right. Come on, I didn't get something right.
What question?
No, you did, and you never gave me a piece of candy. You never gave me a piece of candy. Oh, they're laughing at me.
Oh, come on,
please. I got one right.
When?
The other week. I really like last week I did.
I owe him one?
Hold on, yes. And me.
I'm not listening to the boys. Hattie, do I owe him one?
That is sexist. That is sexist. Title IX reverse. Let's go. Your own daughter said, you should not trust her either. Mr. McGee, that's 5 people who cooperated. You owe me one too, Mr. McGee.
All right. Logs are exponents. That's what I want you to know. They always convert over to exponentials. They are exponents. So here's what it looks like. If I have log base b of a equaling some random x, I can convert this over to what we call exponential form. B to the x equals a. That's exactly right. B to the x equals a. We said it makes an e here when you do it this way. How is it coming back to you now? Yes, this is called exponential form. This is called logarithmic form.
What happens if you take math 101? 45 cents.
All right.
One is like intermediate algebra.
Now, so I need you to be able to go back and forth between these two forms. Okay. Tell me this. Don't blurt it out if you remember. But think about it just a second. What would this equal?
$64.
Now I have an x. What is x? X is 3. Why? 2 to what power gives you 8? 3.
2.4, actually.
3. So x would equal 3. That's exactly right. Or log base 2 of 8 equals 3. How would I then write that in logarithmic form? I mean in exponential form.
All right. Let's see here.
Because 2 to the third. Okay. 2 to the third is 8. You got this on lock, huh?
That is. So you just, for the log 2, you just have to see how many times it is made.
This is the base. It's raised to this exponent because logs always equal exponents of this. So 2 to the third equals 8.
Of course it does. We're gonna have like.
Do we have to graph these?
Oh yeah.
Not today, but yes.
Oh yeah. And then you're gonna have an inequality on top and an inequality on the bottom. You're gonna find the log of that.
in exponential form. I'm not asking you to tell me what it equals because I told you what it equals. I took a step back from that one I just did. I'm backwards. All I want you to do is write it in exponential form. What you got, Miguel? 4 to the power of -3 is 1 over 64. Does that make sense? I'm saying, does that equation, is that true in your brain? If you raise 4 to the -3rd, the negative exponent flips it over. That's 1 over 4 to the 3rd. 4 times 4 times 4 is
64.
Thank you.
There it is, another piece of candy. Piece of candy, come on. Come on.
No, what are you doing right now?
I did 4 to the -3rd.
Okay, well that is 1 over 64. This isn't a calculator. This is literally just change the form. That would just be a reflection if you're thinking about it in terms of graph. But that would,
What about it?
what do you mean?
Like you said negative log. Like negative log of 1 times 10. Like what is it negative?
It would just force your number to be negative in the end.
No, it wouldn't.
Not in chemistry.
No.
It's always positive.
You can do negative. I'll do negative log of 64.
Okay, because if you start, that's because despite it, as long as your base is a whole number, if this is a fraction, you're always going to get a negative, right? Because it's having to flip over. So if I said negative log of 4, 1 over 64, that would force me to have a positive. Just changing the sign of the number. What? Okay.
Thanks, Miguel. Now I got it.
Right.
You got it.
Change to exponential form.
That'll
See where we're going here?
I didn't say that. How is this a log?
What do you mean, how is it a log? What is going on in here right now?
Chemistry screwed me up.
It is. Y'all are way overthinking this. Change the form.
Is this our whole homework? Negative log of 1.75, which is the concentration of POH, equals 0.752.
Yeah, but that's not even hard. You're using your calculator.
This ain't hard, Miss McGee.
No.
Oh yeah. I was
All right. Now, does that make sense? What?
Yeah.
Miguel, be nice. Have I written up anybody in this class this semester? Not this class. Okay. Does that?
Nobody disrespected you.
All right, listen.
Overcome evil.
Does that make sense? Is 9 to the 3 over 2 27 and why?
I don't know. Hold on.
You can really tell that by just the way it is.
Yes, you can. Why does it make sense?
That's
What
how my
makes sense
essay
about it?
sounds. You can tell this just by the way it is.
Okay, here's
This is an analogy just by the way it is.
here's why this makes sense. Anytime I have a rational exponent, that equates to a root, right? Remember the sunshine? This is the same thing as the square root of 9 to the 3rd, which is 3 to the 3rd, which, shocker, is 27.
This is all for there.
Where do I turn my ID and my keys in?
This is all for there, right?
But
That's
wait.
what you said yesterday. Before.
109 was 30, by the way.
All right.
Well, just quit. Give me a hard one. Give me a hard one.
Oh, but
One to the
1 to the 2 equals 100.
You're close.
That's not even factual.
it's gonna be 100.
If there's not a base indicated,
It's 2 equals 100.
oh my god. If there's no base, then it has a base of 10. Okay, that's what we call a common log. So what y'all are doing in chemistry is a common log. It's got a base of 10 on it, okay? It's log base 10. Now, but whatever you put in the front, you're getting...
It's 10.
So 10 to the second equals 100. Does that make sense? Yes, because 10 times 10 is 100.
That's right.
Common log. Now, even more common than the common log is what we call the natural log.
I've heard of that, and I
One.
ln, which is a log whose base is e. Not 10, e. E is 2.71, some. It's an irrational number, okay?
You don't have it.
You do have an E. You have an E on there, 2 different places.
The log.
What did you say? What did you say?
Natural log. E, like what, back 2.71.
Well, we never ate 2 that.
182.
So, it's a very, just like pi. Pi represents an irrational number. E represents an irrational number. Did y'all not learn about E in Algebra 2? Oh my gosh. Okay, you did. I was talking to them.
Wait, E represents
Once you actually did it, we definitely did the common log. But I don't know.
We did log.
We did E's. We did E's. All right.
log, but not natural log.
I'll try what I said.
All right.
And the board was everything. I was like in the front, obviously.
Change the form. Don't say it. Don't say it. Change the form. Everybody always wants to call that IN too, by the way. A lot of times I write it like this so that you know it's L. What'd you say? I didn't hear you. E to the 4th equals X. I could suddenly, good for you. Listen, don't overcomplicate this. We haven't got to the good stuff yet. That's still exponential form. This doesn't make sense. You're exactly right. Log base B of A equals X means that B to the X equals A. You're just moving those numbers that are in that spot. It doesn't matter if it's natural log. That's E to the X equals A. Yeah. We get through 8.
24.
This is 4. This is 4.
Are we behind? We're behind.
You're too right.
Let's only do like 6.
She was trying to get us to be AP.
What if you don't make it to
We wanted this to be.
I teach calculus, so I'll start once we get past this unit. I'll start picking up what we need for calculus, really. Like just those things. Well, so far we're still doing algebra 2.
This class.
Absolutely, 100%.
This class.
I'll talk to you after. I told him the same thing. All right.
If I do one class, like 10 minutes to be AP.
This one? No.
I know that's why I AP.
No, I wanted to do AP because the College Board just started offering an AP. They just came up. It's never been an AP class until this year. But they wouldn't let us pilot it. All right. I was. They already had me on College Board and everything. I had page and everything. But the district wouldn't approve.
Then my bad rating would be +2 instead of +5. If it was AP, right? Yeah, that'd be nice. I went +5.
Tell me what this equals. Not just changing the form, but tell me what it equals.
I'm gonna do it.
You should get a single value number.
28 is all.
What'd you get, Miguel? That's not 7.
Why don't you just like put that in your calculator?
Because you'll have a non-calculator quiz on this. 2 to what power gives you 128? Logs are exponents. What exponent would you need on the base in order to get 128? 2 to the second is 4, to the second or to the third is 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Oh, come on. Y'all could double those up without a calculator.
I haven't done like
Let's go the other way. Please, Lord Jesus, let this be good.
I have to pull out my calculator.
Write that in logarithmic form.
This right?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, that's right.
What are we solving with this?
Just change the form. Logarithmic form. The end of class. Log. What's the base?
8.
Logs equal what? Logs are exponents. So I'm going to set it equal to the exponent. There's only one blank space left. That's got to be my 2. Write that in logarithmic form.
Alright. Yeah, can you do it on test too? Oh, but don't do it now.
It's ln because if you got log base e of 50 equals x, log base e is ln.
So we put either one.
Yeah. Ellen's always been
If
log.
we do that with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say the hour before.
Really?
Evaluate.
Yo, shut up.
What does it equal?
5 to what equals 34?
You're on fire today, Noah. I tell you what.
Alright, what is it?
It doesn't. You can't do that, right? So I'm going to have to convert this over. So to convert this over, does anybody please go to Jesus? Remember what we did. How would I put this in my calculator is what I'm asking.
You do the math. You do a log of the different.
How can I change the base?
Isn't it like,
I have this thing called the change of base formula, which tells me that I could rewrite this with any base I wanted to. So I'm going to choose a base of 10 because that's what your calculator defaults to, is base of 10. So I'm going to do log of 34. Oh, no, just kidding. I'm in A's and B's. Log of A divided by log of B, and that will work. So if you just hit the log button on your calculator here and do log 34 divided by log 5, it will give you that value. And just to prove to you that that works, and this could be any log. You've got an ln button, you could do ln as well, and it works because it can be any base as long as it's the same top and bottom. You can change it to anything you want. Just to show you, let's take one that we already did. I know. But I have to teach you change the base formula. You have to use it for a couple other things we do. You'll have to do it for a couple other things we do. Particularly in calculus, we use a lot of logs. You have to do it. You have to have an equation this way, because then you got to separate them and you got to get them. Well, but no, because it could be that if you've got variables in here this way, it might not be that you're evaluating. It might be that you're using change of base in order to separate variables to get them. You understand what I'm saying? Like if this was two different things, then maybe I had log base B of A equals, I don't know, x squared plus x. I don't know, but this is log base B, log of A over log. Anyway, you just might have to use it to get them. All right, but for, what's fine? If I tell you you can use calculator, yes. All right, what was your question? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back. In your calculator, let's do one that came out nice and neat. Do this one with change of base in your calculator. So do log of 128 divided by log of 2. Everybody says log. Try it with ln now. Do ln 128 divided by ln 2. You could do any base in the whole world and it works. You just did a base of 10 and a base of E and they both work.
that's negative ln. Definitely.
No. All right, for your homework. This was just an